Hello ladies and gentlemen, Luke Rethke here, and right now I want to talk about the history of money. And for those of you who saw the last video, I'm going to get to a couple of things that I missed there, like the baby cows, cattle, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, talking about the experience that I had meeting 800 different people in 1 year. So the history of money, basically, here's my take on the thing. Simply, within probably 60 seconds here, I imagine it was a dude, because back in the day, mostly the women stayed home and took care of that stuff, and the men went out and hunted and then brought back the food type of thing. Still kind of that way today in a lot of families. And anyway, some dude went and found a shiny rock, probably stepped on it with bare feet, and I would think it felt really good because I felt gold in my hand, taking it out of the plastic container that the coins are usually in, and it just has a really cool vibration if you can feel that sort of thing. And so gold and silver, some dude found a shiny rock and he went to his buddy and he said, "Hey, what do you give me for this?" And that was the invention of money. And so then, fast forwarding to America, we had gold and silver is the only legal currency per the Constitution, per the supreme rule law of the land. And then it went to paper attached to gold. Then it went illegally off the gold standard. I think it was in the 70s, and it was just paper, just printed on a printing press. Nothing, no value whatsoever, really. Just the same value as monopoly money, except people perceive it different. And so then we had paper attached to digital. Okay, and then we have now digital that's just digital, and there is no paper attached to it. And also the fractional reserve banking system is kind of weird if you know how that works, because say they print 100,000, they'll give that 100,000 to the federal government. The private Federal Reserve Bank will give that 100 grand to the federal government, and then hopefully you're getting the voice here. But then they'll put that 100 grand in a bank account, and then they'll loan $1 million worth of money on home loans. Gosh. So there's never enough money in circulation to pay off the debt. Okay? I think we got an angry mama. So the system is definitely rigged. I don't care what anybody says, and if we don't just kind of focus on how the system's rigged and control our own financial lives and our own debt and our own assets, and eliminate or reduce debt and plan for the future, it's the same thing on a big scale with the government. You know, little or big, it doesn't really matter. I noticed that back when I was having lots of financial problems and my business crashed, I think it's been, well, it was back in like 08, 09, basically when I shut it down, so wow, it's been a while. And anyway, that's just kind of a little bit of a rambling on past the history of money. And the thing I was going to get to the other thing was the wild ride of what I did. If you missed the previous video, you might want to watch that. I did 800 jobs in a year, and in order to do that, I had to meet and greet people at their front door of their home and go into their home and install television, basically, which is completely ass backwards for my mindset. But hey, everything's got a trade-off. I had to just dive in, and then there was a lot of good that came out of it. So just that experience alone for me, I mean, if anyone could have that experience and meet different people and see how people live and see how families interact with each other, and some of them don't really seem to act much different when I'm there. They kind of forget that I'm there. They're probably used to different types of contractors coming into their home, and because they're the type of person that has their finances figured out on one end, more of a white collar type person, and then they can't really do anything, like if their furnace breaks and whatnot. And so I could just kind of be a fly on the wall and, you know, do my job, and then you can't help but hearing some conversations sometimes. And also the other type, people would just act way different, and you could tell. And it was just a really cool experience and life-changing, and it's a blur, and it takes a while to sort it out afterwards. But the study of people is very important. I learned that from Robert Kiyosaki, and he's got some great financial teachings. And without him, I don't know what would be. I want to say I might not even be alive today, because I would not have the hope for the future that I do, and just have a different mindset, like he teaches over and over in that book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and all of his books that I've ever read. And he's got live a radio show now that I would really love to start listening to him again, because I kind of shift my focus. I went from money to health to how the world works, and now I'm at a point where I'm going to share as much as I can. And I just thought I'd kind of walk around here and get another viewpoint where it's hopefully not so noisy as I end this video. And I'll keep making lots more as I come up with ideas, and they'll be more focused as I get more calm and collected. I'm actually running on little sleep, and I'm on vacation, sort of out of state, so I kind of, every time I do that, I just lose my marbles a little bit, because I don't have my comfortable environment. Like my home, even though it's not comfortable for most people, I know where everything's at. I have my health food in there, and I know where to go get it when I run out. And I'm here kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and the health food stores are scattered around pretty thin. But it's getting a lot easier. I'm just exploring around, and so every time I go on a trip, this might help you too. If it's a location that I want to keep revisiting, I've just kind of found that it's best for me to just set time for myself first, the first couple of days, and just tell whoever I'm going to be hanging out with, family or friends or whatever, that I need time for myself to find what I need. And they never understand, really, because frankly, my family's a bunch of workaholics and don't really care about their health. Hopefully some of you guys can see this video and maybe read some of the comments, and just, not that they'd maybe hopefully be directed at you, but just read comments in the videos. That's one of the things that I love about the internet, that I absolutely despise about the darn television. The boob tube is all it is. The darn thing, you can't really discuss it. You can't see what people are saying. But on YouTube, you can just scroll down and quick read the comments. And you gotta also remember that some people put comments there because they don't want you to even take the time to watch the video. So anyway, another long video, but I think the scenery definitely deserves a long video. Couldn't help but do this since it snowed last night. And we'll see what we find at this second rock pile here. So I'll be back real soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.